Hello my fellow Rome 2 players, Zaript here, with a showcase of some changes in patch 7 beta. And one of the most interesting changes I found so far is the one to shock infantry, yes. Berserkers, ambushes, naked warriors, they got 0 armor now, but at the same time their shock ability is much higher. I already tested this with 4 naked warriors and I destroyed 2 ore swans. I did it like so one-sidedly. I have all 4 of my guys left, by obviously I microed around. What I want to do now is to do the same with very similar costs. So these 2 ore swan cost 200 less than these 2 Celtic warriors and 2 naked warriors. I already did this test once. I tried to use these Celtic warriors as a mid shield, as a front, as an anvil to hammer with naked warriors. It didn't work well. I lost. So let's see if I can do it differently. Now, these guys are particularly good for flanking because they are light infantry. They are very fast. And in fact, they seem to be very good at pursuing skirmishes as well. So yeah, let's go. And look, even without these guys joining, you can see how naked warriors do very good with frenzy at charge. Frenzy is actually quite important here. So let's see. I think at this point it's actually quite clear that I'm already more cost effective than... And it's not like AI didn't got a charge on me, he did. He killed a lot. The snake warriors in a very bad shape, as you can see, but more importantly, in this simple scenario, using shock infantry, which is fairly cheap, which is very weak to cavalry, very weak to skirmishes, I managed to kill a light infantry. I mean, how cool is that? I did the same with 3 Berserkers against 2 Oswan. I didn't test other units yet, but I'm so excited because these units, these guys, they have clear weakness, but now they have a role. They have a role to actually charge, like you can use them as a flanking unit because they're fast, or you can use it like this as an actual anvil because they, even before dying, look at these naked warriors, at a clean counter charge, they killed 80 ore swans. 80! I mean, I'm actually afraid that spamming these guys could be effective now. I'm not sure. We need to see that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you later. Actually, not see you, but let's try everything in one video instead of creating a lot of smaller ones. So, 3 Berserkers against 2 ore swans. And the thing with Berserkers is this time we had pretty much the same price. Man, this was a huge mistake in fact. But we'll see how it will turn out. In my previous tests, I first used Frenzy and just then used Headhunt. After Frenzy, because this time I started with Headhunt and it's not as good. But as you can see, these 2 guys destroyed Oswan very fast. But the problem for me, obviously, I have no control over what they will do after this. They may switch to another units around. But anyway, as you can see, now they're just chopping down the guys that left here. And completely destroyed. So yeah. After this, let's try Iceni ones, okay? Be right back. Okay, here we are in Iceni test, and it will be a bit different. Because with Iceni, I never, like, I did like 5 times, but for Iceni, I couldn't really do it. For various reasons, but it seems that painted warriors just not as good as their as naked warriors, for example, painted ones. Sorry. So in this case, compared to Arverni versus Arverni tests, for example, my contingent is exactly, well, not exactly, but pretty much the same cost as Orson's. And look at it. It seems like I may at least get a good exchange, yeah. So I may even win, but how should I put it? No. Now that its charge bonus is lost, and in prolonged fight, Orsons are just better. And Orsons do have Frenzy, they used Headhunt, they're simply better. So with Iceni I cannot do it. With 2 medium infantry and 2 shock infantry, I just cannot do it. So with 4 shock infantry, I would definitely be able to do it. To throw for example, that shock infantry forward, weaken them down, and after that go and finish it with something else. And honestly, it's unclear right now. All the things you can do with it. For example, you can throw your shock infantry to just weaken down enemy and, let's say, skirmish him down later, because you will do enough damage. And honestly, they're a terrible spot right now, this Orswan. I mean, I actually shouldn't have used this squad, but is useless. They look, 40 kills here, 40 kills. Actually, what I could have done is just used 2 shock infantry, 2 painted ones, and then just go and finish up with something else. Yeah, we need to see how these changes will affect the game, but of all patch 7 changes, it seems this is the most interesting one to me, because we actually got new unit type in a game. We actually got shock infantry type. I still don't know how this thing works with their armor being 0, because their shields are still block missiles. So I'm not confident. Anyway, this isn't conclusive test. I'm fighting against AI, but at least you know that there is new tool in a game you can try to implement, kind of put in your build and see how it works. See how it works. So, thank you guys for watching, and see you later.